Hi, my name is Sarah, and today we're going to empower ourselves by looking at the third most common limiting belief that strips you of your own innate power. The thing about empowering yourself is you don't have to empower yourself. You have all the power within you right now. If you don't already know this, I'd be surprised. But pretty much, you don't have to go get power from anyone else. All right? It's all within you. There's a lot of people that talk about acting as if. I just watched a TV show. I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix. It's called Hitman. It's really good. No, it's a movie. It's really freaking good. Okay? Kind of chick flicky, but the idea is, I'm not going to give it all away, but the guy plays an undercover, he plays a hitman, but he's undercover. And so he puts on all these different personas, right? These different costumes, if you will, and attitudes as to who he thinks this person that's hiring to be a hitman, him to be a hitman, is going to believe is a hitman. And it's so cool to watch him go through all these different costume changes, and it's like his whole identity and personality changes. And the idea is I couldn't shake was, you can be whoever you want to be. Maybe the real you has been a bunch of different personalities. I act different around different people. I mean, you know? Anyways, I'm getting off track. The point is, you can be that powerful person. If I were to ask you, what would the powerful version of yourself do in this situation? What would that already successful bad bitch do? What would Nicki Minaj do? I don't know who's the bad bitch in your life. But the idea is that you already have all of the power within you. It's the placebo effect. Guess what happens? When you take a pill, get a surgery, are told that this pill or the surgery is going to cure you of whatever it is, guess what happens? You get cured. And sometimes it's a placebo, which means there's nothing in the pill. They don't actually perform the surgery. They just knock you out and then wake you back up. And then guess what? People, this is scientifically proven, are healed. Well, what healed them? It's the power within yourself that heals you anyways. I'm getting off track. Look it up, all right? But the limiting belief that we're going to deal with today says, I wrote it down. It says, having a constant nagging, almost depressive thought that says there's something else I need to figure out before I can consider myself a professional, and therefore take it seriously, and therefore talk with authority. Now, my dream is inspiring the world, helping the world remember that they're filled with power and that they can use that power. And in my experience, the thing I want to use the power on is myself. I want to feel better. I want to feel happier. I want to bless my family financially and with my presence, honestly. I've been in a place before where I was not blessing my family or myself because I was so depressed or angry or in a toxic relationship that I felt like I couldn't get out of. I hate to do the air quotes on that one because it really feels like you can't get out when you can't get out. But the idea is that when you have this feeling that is like a constant depressive feeling that says, you've got to know just one more thing. When are you ever going to start? Like, first off, there have been many times in my life where I haven't known as much as I know now. I know so much more now than I ever did. Right? Now, I constantly read books. I constantly listen to empowering YouTube videos. I'm not as big on the podcasts, but I spend time figuring out how to expand my own consciousness, to awaken, to find what I call kind of like life hacks, to figure out how to make my life better, how to make my life easier, how to make my life funner. And in the past, maybe I did a lot of research, but I was just trying to figure out how to fix all my problems. And so as you're sitting here thinking like, how can I empower myself? How can I, get the power in my life and take control? I believe that one of the ways that you can do that is by letting go of your limiting beliefs. I already made a video on the limiting belief that nobody's going to take me seriously and that I shouldn't be feeling this way, as in negative or scared. But today's belief is just as powerful, if not more powerful. They kind of escalate. That says, no, you don't understand. I would love to make a video on fill in the blank. I would love to write a book on fill in the blank, but I can't. I have to fill in the blank. Because the thing is, 2017 Sarah, I would have died to know what 2024 Sarah knows. I would just be like, girl, read Reality Transurfing. No, I actually don't know what I would tell 2017 me, because don't we all have a path that we have to take? Maybe I wouldn't be ready for Reality Transurfing if I hadn't read Worthy by Jamie Kern Lima. Maybe I wouldn't be ready for that if I hadn't read, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. I don't know, but what I'm telling you is that when we think there's one more thing I need to read, or there's one more thing I need to know, or there's one more thing I need to learn, or there's one more credential that I need to obtain, we're limiting ourselves. We're literally taking the power away from ourselves. Think about this. I literally have... I have had experiences in my life where I've had people in authority. They were credentialed. They had experience, years of experience. I wasn't their first, client or person, and they sucked. I, as their client, could have done better than them. Do you hear me? Have you ever went and gotten your hair cut? These people are out here getting paid, cutting their hair, and they don't know what they're doing. You ever got your nails done? I don't know, maybe it's bad luck for me or something, but I swear to God, nobody can do my nails right. And I'm not just talking like I'm a diva, although I'm a little bit of a princess. I'm talking about like, look at my nails, they're jacked because this person who gets paid either doesn't care or just doesn't have the capability to do it. Meanwhile, I'm over here and I care. That's half the battle. Worked at a lot of jobs. A lot of people don't care. I care about the most menial, stupid bullshit too. I worked jobs where I cared more than the damn owner, So when you say to yourself, I need to know more, you need to start hearing that as a lie. Because that's what it is. You don't need to know more. The only reason you're not speaking with authority is because you're scared. And I get it. Aren't we all a little scared? The ones that aren't scared, ugh, that's a little scary. So what I state is this. There are times where maybe we could use a little more learning. Maybe we could use a little more, growth, personal growth in our lives. But when we're called to do something, the best way to feel fulfillment and to feel that motivation and that inspiration and that happiness and that integrity is to start now. because starting now and doing the damn thing is going to give you that growth. It's going to give you the understanding. You're probably already better than most of the people you ever gone to because of the fact that you really want to do it. Whatever it is. I love Twilight, the book and the movies. Okay. Well, I love the books and the movie. I didn't love all the movies. That's neither here nor there. The point is, I used to, the old Sarah, I never read books, I promise. And it's not because I'm a bad reader. I'm actually pretty, I can read super fast, and I've always been like that. But I didn't care for it. And so back then, I remember I watched the movie and I was obsessed. And then I was like, I should read the book. And I wouldn't have never have thought this, but my mom had the book. And so I started reading it on a snowy day when I was snowed in. And I'm telling you, I ate that book. It's like this thick. I read that book in like 2 seconds. And then we got the next one, the next one, I read all 4. And they're all thick. And I was like bragging to people like, I read 4 really thick books and they were amazing. And you know what people would say to me? Stephanie Meyer, the girl that wrote the book, she's a bad writer. Everyone would say how much she sucks at writing. And I was like, I really don't care what the world thinks. Because I know that I never would have read a book this thick if it wasn't for that girl, her story, and the way she wrote it. So go write your story, go make your video, go start your business, and maybe you continue to learn along the way, but you don't wait until you know it all to start.